Hello everyone, this is Nona. This is my kind of, well, this is not my first attempt at making a YouTube video, but this is probably gonna be sort of my first YouTube video because the other attempt went rather poorly. I've sort of just got out of the shower, and a couple of weeks ago I watched a video by Ali Abdal, I think you pronounce his name, where he was talking about how you just sort of gotta bite the bullet or rip off the band-aid and film a YouTube video if you do want to start filming them. And he filmed his first one while he was like laying in bed on his phone. And yeah, I think last time that I didn't take that approach. I think I put a bit of makeup on and stuff, but that feels a bit freeing today, so I've decided to go the like wet hair route. Yeah, so that perfectionism is kind of almost not possible. Perfect is not possible. But yeah. Today I kind of wanted to talk about something that I discovered last week, which is the ACA program, which has been really I always want to say revolutionary because I know it's supposed to be, I know it's revelation and not revolution, but I used to mix those up before, and I still sometimes do, but I like the idea that relations are like personal revolutions. But anyways, yeah, I had a sort of yeah, it's been a revelation basically, or a revolution to me, this program. It is basically adult child, so ACA stands for adult children of alcoholics, but they also are inclusive of anyone from a dysfunctional family background, which is my case. Maybe there might have been some alcoholism in my family tree, but not with my parents. And yeah, I don't know, so I walked into a meeting a week ago because I sort of slowly, not suddenly, came to the realization that I think what I need is a place to kind of talk about being stressed as a kid, basically, and some kind of support group to talk about trauma. And I was looking around and I couldn't really find one with the keywords that I was searching, but I found this one came up, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I am actually eligible for it because there was no alcohol, like no substance abuse issues in my house growing up. But yeah, then I decided to go for it, and so it was like last Tuesday, 1 week ago, when I was doing that googling, and then it turns out that I live in Edinburgh right now, and the closest meeting is on a Tuesday, and it's like 1 road away from me. So it's quite funny. So I had no excuse because it's like the closest place I've ever been to an event. I think it's like 3 minutes away, you know, really close. And so I went, and yeah, it was quite overwhelming. What I really liked about the format, what I really appreciated about the format, was that I have been to support groups previously for things like OCD, because I have OCD and Tourette's, and I often feel, I think because of, you know, the roles you play in childhood, I often felt like no matter if I was the new member coming in, I always felt like I was kind of quite conscious of the group dynamic, and kind of wanting to not make things too doom and gloom, because I recognized that when I first came in, I recognized that, okay, it must be really difficult to like deal with OCD for this many years for these people. And so I sort of felt for them and didn't want to be too doom and gloom, so I didn't want to share too much. And then as time went on, when there's been new people coming in, I've obviously experienced some of the things that, you know, they go through when they first went out, they have OCD and maybe they have to take sick leave and things like that. I have that in my own past, and so yeah, and so I've also felt for them. So I just realized that kind of like, regardless of where I am in my own OCD journey, I tend to, I really love the community there, because you just hear other people's things and remember that you do actually have an illness, and it's not your fault and things like that, which sometimes you can get a bit lost in with OCD, or confused about those things. But I found it really difficult to share from a really like vulnerable point of view. And what I really liked about going to ACA was the format works so that there isn't what they call crosstalk. So basically everyone gets to share, but you don't comment on other people's things, and so you're kind of not talking to the void, because that would be depressing, but you are kind of talking to, well, you are talking to other people, but they don't, I guess it's just teaching you that they don't have to bear the responsibility for your experience. So I also don't feel, as someone who's learning these boundaries, I don't feel like I need to make, like I need to kind of, or make my own problems okay in front of these people, because I don't want to make them feel, you know, too overwhelmed or something. So yeah, I actually cried at that first meeting, which was really thanks to the format, and thanks to the lovely people who were there, but it's really thanks to the format actually, and because the OCD people also had really lovely people, and it's not because of that I haven't been comfortable to share. It's just like I feel bad kind of putting that on other people, and even though I know that's not really what's happening, and people can handle that, a lot of people can handle that, but yeah, so I found that so helpful about ACA that like I just got to say my piece and say sad things and then not make them better. Kind of what I really used to really love in songwriting as well. Well, I haven't done it for in a while. I still love it about songwriting, but I used to kind of songwrite in a way that if I was feeling sad, then there wasn't really like a glimmer of hope at the end, unless I felt like that, you know. But if I didn't feel like it, then it was just depressing. And I sort of got to say what I wanted to without having to own it and make sure that other people aren't affected by it, which I guess is like my own issue. Yeah. So anyway, this was my experience of the first ACA meeting. Really wonderful to, I guess, learn better boundaries, but start in this gentle way of being able to share vulnerably, because oddly, because people aren't responding. And so yeah, I was just really kind of moved to make this video, because of having been there last week, and I've been to a couple of online meetings since, and yeah, I just can't believe that this thing exists, and I'm very grateful that they allow people who don't know if there's family history of alcoholism, and it's a worldwide phenomenon. Like it started by, you know, some people in my position. I think it was in the 1970s, if I'm not wrong, and yeah, that's just really grateful for that. Even before I was born it was started, and really grateful for the people that facilitate it and keep it going. So yeah, so I just wanted to sort of put this little thing on the internet to say to people, if you for anyone who's maybe finding it and wants to hear about a person's like first experience, here's my first experience. I've really enjoyed watching a couple of people's experiences, but I haven't seen that many actually. I have seen like a couple of people talk about ACA and their own experience, not just sort of what it is. And so just wanted to add my voice to that. So if you're feeling hesitant or like you don't know if you belong, definitely go give it a shot. I am so pleased I found it, and hope to document some more of the changes, hopefully, that are gonna come in my life because of it. See you.